Hello and welcome to Not Your Mother's Midlife Crisis. I'm Chris and I'm here with my co-host Chris.
Hello, Chris. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Good. We got our spring colors on.
Yes, already. It's short sleeves.
Yes. Some sunshine.
No more complaining, at least not out loud.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
there's
did have
still
to wear a
hood.
coat here, but we won't.
We're
Yeah.
just going
I
to
know.
keep that
Just-
on the down low.
Mhm.
Hey, what about Lori Montre? What did you think of her?
I really, really enjoyed her as a guest, and I cannot wait for her book to come out.
Yes.
I am really looking forward to it and looking forward to hearing in more detail about the tools.
The pillars, yeah.
And the pillars, and basically really how to, I don't even know how.
How to fix ourselves.
How to, and really our physical and our mental health are so intertwined. And that's what now looking back at all the things in life, like you can just really see how much your nervous system impacts your daily life.
Right. You are not the problem.
Yes. I love the fact that I am not the problem. In fact, I need that to be my daily mantra.
Right.
I am not the problem.
I've wondered it, but now I know I'm not.
Yes. I'm relieved by that, actually.
Yeah, I like that. Right. I like the education piece. Like, as she's talking, I'm like, people need this younger. Like, getting this information at
Yes.
56. We're teaching an old dog new tricks, but I mean, I do my best. But if I did teach mindfulness. I did take that course,
Mhm.
but this definitely goes a lot deeper. And I mostly use that as for classroom purposes to settle a group down and bring them back. And, there's always those one or two that are like,
I know.
I'm not doing that. You got to give them the look.
Got to give them some extra tools.
Yeah. I need extra tools for some of those kids.
Lori Montre, just to tell our listeners, to kind of talk up our guest for next week,
Oh, yeah.
Stacey Price. And I really just think she was a great segue. So if you haven't listened to Lori Montre, that episode, please listen, because you're going to really want to hear our episode next week, of which we're going to have Stacey Price, who is our beloved yoga instructor. She's one of the trainers at Olakai and a mental health professional. And I really just think it's going to be a good marriage of the two. And she kind of expands on that and expands on life vision. So
like the mind and body.
So it's
connection.
a little teaser for
Yes.
next week, but yeah.
Oh, good. Well, so then I can reintroduce this since I botched it up the first time. Have you had any problems with the estrogen shortage? Because I have.
Thank goodness I have not. Now I use estradiol, the gel, not a patch.
Okay. That's
I do get 3 months in advance. A 3-month supply is on my prescription. So thank goodness I have not.
Oh, that's good. So if you are someone who uses the patch like myself, it's the adhesive. So I looked into it because I saw Dr. Kelly Casperson had a bunch of rants about it on her Instagram. When I went to refill mine with CVS told me to go to Walgreens or Walmart.
Oh.
So I'm like, I can't believe that you're telling me to just go someplace else. So I went to Amazon. I did Amazon Pharmacy for the first time. And it was fine. It was actually great. But I always worry, like, am I getting a legit product? I would assume that it's their pharmacy.
Yes.
It's not just coming from a third-party seller, I think, or at least not a verified, reputable third-party seller. But if you do have a problem, when I was listening to Kelly and looked at some other research, so if you're someone who has a 0.05 dosage, like a tip or workaround would be get a 0.1 and cut it in half.
Oh.
Or vice versa. If you're someone that has a 0.1 and your pharmacy only has the 0.05, wear 2.
Patches on there.
I know. Covered in patches. So, or go to the gel, they said. And then another option was to talk to your insurance company or ask your pharmacy to talk to the insurance company, because often your insurance is only giving you the option of the generic.
Okay.
If you see if you can get, bypassed from the generic and use the brand name. So there are some workarounds if you're having any problems. If you do use estrogen patches, please prepare. It's since the black box warning was taken off, the demand for the estrogen has gone through the roof, which is great for women. It's great for women. And I'm glad. But yes, we needed to see this. And they think that the shortage is going to last through 2026.
Wow.
Yes.
Because everybody is now
Yeah.
on it.
Until
Wow.
until
They
they
can
are
catch up.
yeah, to be able to make up for the production, the manufacturing of the adhesive.
I do know it was probably the last renewal. My pharmacy was out of the progesterone, but I take
Oh,
that in a
really?
pill. But I mean,
Me
but
too.
maybe it was like only a week,
Okay.
but not the gels.
Order
Yeah.
ahead, guys. Just order
Yeah.
ahead. Be sure that you get
Well, you know
your
what's so crazy is you can't refill earlier because then your insurance won't cover it. So you have to like do it on your set
You're right.
time. Yeah. So
That's
I
frustrating.
know.
Huh.
So
I'll
yeah,
try Amazon Pharmacy or again.
it's really good. And I would think it's Amazon. I mean, if it's Amazon and because it's, you need a prescription, you would think that there'd be like FDA regulations and they'd have to be closely
Right.
monitored versus just a regular on the Amazon platform where anybody can sell.
You're right.
Mhm.
I would think so too.
Yeah.
At least I would hope so.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, I was really surprised. And then I also noticed that my adhesive wasn't because I have a different brand now, was not as sticky. And I did lose
Oh,
one in the shower. So
okay.
anyway, prepare our friends out there,
Mhm.
prepare.
Okay.
So
Yeah, you don't wanna run out of that
no,
at all.
especially you don't want to mess around with your estrogen level, having it
Correct.
being up, down, up, down. And granted,
Mhm.
you spend your whole life like that, but it's just there's going to be an effect.
Yeah,
They wouldn't let you go without your blood pressure medicine. That's for sure.
correct.
They'd
Mhm.
find a way to get that.
Yeah, or your Viagra.
Oh, that's true. Haven't had to have
No.
any any experience with
No.
that stuff.
No, that's what I'm saying, but I'm thinking of
Yeah.
if you think of
Could
it
you
up from, like,
imagine?
like male-focused healthcare.
Ah,
Yeah.
you're making me envision this whole scenario of like men running through the street, robbing each other for
Yeah.
Viagra.
There would be a full-on meltdown in the country.
And they're all older. It's not pretty. It's
No.
not
Oh
pretty.
gosh, no.
All right.
Mhm.
Do not let my mind
Okay, I'm
wander.
sorry. Okay, wait, well, tell me, what did you learn before you forget?
Okay.
I won't let you
Oh,
wander.
okay.
Mhm.
What did I learned that I'm not too old to make new friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I always do that, but like I really connected with this girl. Uh week and a half ago, I had to judge a gymnastics meet down in North Carolina and um judges for college gymnastics come from all over the country. They try to make sure that they represent the different parts of the country,
Mhm.
especially when it's a championship and it's not just all the same judges from the same area. So I met a girl from Seattle. Hi, Janine. I
Nice.
think we got a new listener.
Okay.
And we were talking, and it's like you introduce yourself. We were both on floor together. It's like, you have children, blah, blah, blah. She's like, yes, I have two children, a boy and a girl. They're 9 years apart, same father. And I just kind of like look at her and like, I guess I did like the little head turn thing. She's like, what, that they're 9 years apart? I'm like, No, that you felt like you needed to tell me that.
Yeah.
You don't need to quantify that to me. It's none of my business.
Mhm.
It's not anybody else's business. So all I can think of is that I bet she's told that story and, people have said things that made her uncomfortable that she now felt like she had to quantify that,
Oh,
you know?
yes.
I mean, I didn't confirm that. Janine, you can confirm that if you want. But we had a great time. We had all the same skincare, fitness,
I
all the
love
things the
it.
same. Yes. And then she went and talked to her son and told her like that we met and he's like, I guess, yeah, he's like, that's interesting that you do that, mom, because maybe you do that because people think that, it's a divorce or something like
Mhm.
that, which is still none of anybody's business. And who cares? Who cares if you care? I don't care if you care.
I love that, though.
Yes. And yes, I think we got a brand new listener. Hopefully she's sharing out there with her friends on the West
Okay.
Coast.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I learned.
No, I love that, and I am a true believer in people coming
Mhm.
into your life at all different times for all
Yeah.
different reasons. Like, the universe knows that you need them, or the universe knows to connect you based upon your
Right.
experiences or your stories or, what other things that you may
Whatever
have
it
in
is.
common. And I mean, I think about all the amazing friends, look, that you and I have made even together,
Yeah.
like here, like in our life. And
A
that's
whole
a,
new group.
yeah.
Yes.
And that's like a total shout out to the Brig Badass Book Club. because they're such like this amazing group of women that maybe you just met them recently, but they're still very important parts of our lives.
Yeah.
And a lot of fun and the things that we can share and learn from them. So yeah, it's a great,
I agree. Cause I don't ever get to really talk to Jossie.
Yeah.
Because she does your workout at 5:30. So, and she's so sweet. I always wanted to get to know her better. And book club has enabled me to do that. And all the other girls too. Because I used to I don't know if they listen. I used to be really scared of Amanda and Callie. Callie knows I used to be scared of her. I'm still scared of Gabby. Like Gabby doesn't do book club.
Oh my God, she's so sweet. They are. They're so sweet.
But, they're just like tough, strong. Like, oh, they're scary.
Yeah. And you think about Melissa.
Yeah.
And that was through our yoga retreat.
Yep.
I mean, it's just really
met a lot of people.
Yeah, it really is. And then you do learn no matter, along the way, the experiences that people have and how they can help you or you help them.
Yes.
And what you share. Yeah.
Well, and women are supporting women more.
Yes.
And it's not so much of every woman is against me or me against them.
Yes.
It's not like that anymore.
No, I like that. And it's cute. In fact, I think you were there. I was asking Callie and her husband if they call us their old people friends. She says they don't.
Yeah,
which is really nice.
I hope they don't call us something different.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. No, she said they don't. But I was like, well, we appreciate that you don't call us your old people friends.
Did you happen to see Jimmy at the gym this morning?
I did.
Did he tell you that we get to pick out an Olakai branded item of our choice for our badass performance in the March Madness contest?
No.
Yes. Yeah. No, we do. Nice. So
wait, that's like
that's
right.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, our gym did a March Madness where we had to do all these crazy different things on the Saturday morning class. We as 56-year-old women,
almost 57,
almost our April starts tomorrow is our birthday month, beat a lot of people.
Nice. And it was really because of you.
No, it was not. I was just
it was really because
and
you can fly through those burpees and
that we crushed it on the bicep curl.
Yeah.
Killed it on that crazy Cindy DT this weekend. Our transitions and communication.
Yes.
Our communication is what did it.
It was good.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. You're always my favorite partner.
Oh yeah.
So thank you.
Mine too. Yep. So
yeah, that was good.
See, now I don't even want to do this. This pisses me off because I'm all on a high.
Well, we can, and we'll have to wear one episode. We'll have to wear our what we pick out.
Yeah, we'll have to pick out something good. So we can even get to pick out from the Lulu website.
Our Olakai merch.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
okay.
All right. Well, what pisses you off?
This actually has pissed me off for a while, and you know that I complain about it, but now that the weather's getting warmer and more people are going to be coming down, there are 2 houses on my street directly across the street from one another, and they have a crap ton of cars. And some of the cars aren't even registered. Like if you look at the sticker, like their last registration were in 2020. So they haven't been registered for 6 years and they don't go anywhere. They just sit there.
Do you see that on the license plate or is that?
No, it's on the sticker on their window.
Is that a registration or is that inspection?
I guess it must be inspection.
Okay.
But I don't think you can register your car unless you have it inspected. So that's why I assumed it was a registration. I don't know. But I mean, even with the snow, there are these like cars just parked on the street. So it screws up for the plows. And then because they're directly across the street from one another, they have to move their cars all the way down in front of other people's homes.
Right. Which takes your parking for your guests.
And then it looks just like a junkyard.
Does. I mean,
and you know it. You live there, so you know.
Yes, I know.
It looks like a junkyard.
And yes, it has.
And it really pisses me off.
Progressed.
Yes.
Some of that.
I want to be like, get rid of like the creeper van. You don't need a creeper van, especially it never moves off the street.
Yeah, if they're not driving it, I don't know.
And cars, I know, are like they need to be used. Otherwise, they're going to be worthless.
Right.
Especially to just
I don't know
there,
what they're doing.
Yeah.
Donate them.
Correct. Donate them, sell them, junk them.
Yeah.
Just get them off the street. And it's supposedly not supposed to be legal to have a car
on the street.
But
if it's not registered, right? So,
but it's so junky.
I can tell it's really annoying you.
It is. Every time I just drive out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
In
So
fact,
I know you probably don't listen because I know you don't listen, but I don't care.
move your car.
Just move your car. Hopefully somebody listens and they know who I'm talking about. Have them move their cars, please.
My
Or if it
mind
happens to
wandered to
you,
like,
I know.
who would have to listen to tell that person to know
Yeah,
them to get the whisper down the lane to the
I
right
know.
person? Knock on the door. Oh my gosh, that's
Mhm.
funny.
All right, how
Not
about
funny.
you?
But me? All right, so I have two things.
Okay.
One is real and one is just funny.
Okay.
At least I think it's funny. Whatever. So I'm reading The Menopause Moment by Dr. Kelly Casperson. And I got to the point that she's a doctor. And it says, in modern medicine, physicians do not have the time to be curious. So if they do not know what's wrong with you and they cannot fix it, their goal is to get you out of their office.
Mhm.
And that's sad. Now,
Yes.
I've encountered some of doctors like that over the past several months, but I've also encountered a few that spent a lot of extra time trying. But the fact that another doctor sees that this is the trajectory or the normal everyday for a doctor who can't help you, hopefully they'll decide, okay, I can't help you, but this person can. And I think that's what we need. I mean, one person can't fix everything. All right, get it. They're not going to
Yeah.
have all the answers, but let's steer people the right direction. If you can't help, send them someplace else.
Or I think unfortunately, and I can see this was like with my dad, they're just quick to write a prescription. They're
Yeah.
like, here's a prescription, get out of my office.
I'm going to
Mhm.
treat the symptom, even though you want
Yes.
to know what's causing the symptom.
Yeah.
So, and then the other thing is online forms. Like online
Oh, yeah.
forms, when you get to the part where your date of birth, you get to the year, and they have the little thing, and then you have to take your finger and you have to go like really hard and fast.
Like the Wheel of
It's like,
Fortune.
well,
Yeah.
it's either, I was thinking The Price is Right.
Oh, yeah.
Because The Price is Right, like I always wanted to be on The Price is Right
Mhm.
so
Oh,
bad,
yeah.
where you have to like really pull it as hard as you can to
For the
make sure it goes
showcase
around
showdown.
one full
Yeah.
time
Uh-huh.
and get it back to that dollar. Well, I got to spin that thing with my finger as hard as I can so I don't have to
Yeah.
I remember when you used to have to just go a little half a
Yeah.
finger spin.
No.
Now it's a full, hard
There's a lot of
finger spin.
decades.
Anyway, that annoyed me. It pissed me off. I'm like, when did I get this old? When did this happen?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I'm glad.
I agree with you because
Yeah.
it's kind of a little annoying when you
Yeah.
realize you're like, oh, keep
Because
scrolling.
I
keep
wasn't that
scrolling.
old the last time I filled out one of these forms. Or I don't remember.
All right. Well, since we're talking about aging, what is your letter to your younger self?
Okay, so I'm actually going rogue on this. I'm actually
Oh.
talking to parents now.
Oh,
Like
okay.
parents of young kids now.
Okay.
You and I both had our kids in sports.
Yes.
So they learned constructive criticism. They learned the disappointment of failure. They learned teamwork and that you're not always going to like the members on your team,
Yes.
but you got to learn how to work together. My daughter and I have had this conversation where she said, I don't understand these people they can't accept any type of criticism at all. And they can't handle failure and they can't communicate. And she's young. I said, were they in sports? She's like, oh no, these definitely conversations where they have not been in sports. I'm like, I think that's the difference.
Yeah.
I think that's the difference is that the fact that they don't know how to work with other people because they weren't in those situations when they're younger. And I think it's really hard nowadays with the age of computers and kids that have grown up through COVID that getting your kids out there is a lot harder, but there's robotics. There's all different kinds of things you can do. It doesn't have to be sports, but you need to make sure your kids are participating in something where they're going to have to learn teamwork. They're going to have to learn how to accept disappointment, and they are going to have to accept like criticism of some, even if it's,
Yeah.
whatever, constructive criticism.
No. Yeah. I think that the team sport thing or any team
Yes. Team
event,
atmosphere.
team activity is very important because, like you said, it's life lessons and even
Right.
work ethic.
Yes.
If you think like you need to do your part to like help your team succeed no matter what it is.
Right.
And if you don't, then, maybe you're not going to be.
And even if you don't have to be like we're not saying be a good player, but be able to communicate.
Yes.
I mean, I think a lot of the younger kids are definitely better at communicating their feelings, but they're not about how they feel, their internal self. They're good at communicating, but they're not good at receiving information and figure out how to communicate with other people other than how it relates to themselves.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, they would be very good life lessons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my letter to my younger self that I'm sending off to the younger parents.
That's good.
Because I'm not having any more children. I'm a year past that hysterectomy. Baby house isn't coming back.
And even with that, you would
I'm pretty sure I'd be
yeah.
done. Yeah.
So my letter is really just a statement.
Okay.
And then I saw that and it's like, people will talk anyway, so you might as well do what you want. Period. Which is like your friend in Seattle. People are going to talk. Who cares? Period.
Okay. So now there's me hearing you say that and going, okay, who said what? Because I'm going to go punch them.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, but it doesn't matter what they say. You don't have to.
You'll have to tell me after.
Yeah.
Because I will drop them with an elbow.
I appreciate that. I know you got me.
Yeah. You got it. I got your back.
Okay, so 50 Shades. I cannot wait to tell you about this.
Okay, I'm ready.
So, you know me with sleep. Sleep is my struggle.
Sleepless.
Yeah, I'm a stress sleeper. I have no problem falling asleep. It's this whole staying asleep. Wake up, the whole crazy mind thing. I've tried all these different things. I take magnesium at night. I've tried that pause, their sleep pills. Didn't work. I tried for 3 months. Like I did the full thing. Does not work. Still no difference. Couldn't see any change. So I saw this called Rejuvia, and it was basically like a spray that you put under your tongue. So like, if you're taking things digestively, it still has to break down. You're going to lose a lot of it with magnesium, things like that. So and it's all natural.
Listen, I don't fall for the all natural stuff. Poison ivy is all natural.
Okay.
We're not eating that.
Well,
but if you just say it's good, I believe you.
Okay. But it has things, whatever, like magnesium. It does have melatonin.
Okay.
But then all these other, whatever.
I shouldn't say that. I'm glad that it's
yes.
organic and it doesn't have chemicals. Okay.
And then, but it tastes like your mouthwash. So essentially, I got it. I tried it last night. Sprayed it in my mouth. I have to wait. I'm like, it's like a strong thing of mouthwash. And there you go. I slept like a rock.
Really?
It was like that deep sleep. And this is why it's funny because I probably did it I went to bed early last night because I was very tired and I was reading in bed. So maybe it was like 8:40.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And I did the spray. Lucy, my daughter Lucy, calls me. Now she said it was 8:58. And she said she wanted to tell me a funny story. She's like, even if it's 8:58, my mom will just be getting into bed. She'll be getting ready for bed. Oh no, I was out. I hear the phone ring and I see it's her.
So you pick it up.
So I'm trying to get out of that sleep. And she said, I answered the phone. I was like, huh? And she's like, Mom, were you sleeping? And I didn't say anything. She goes, I have a funny story, but I can wait. And I must have said, no, tell me the story. And she tells me the story. And she goes, and it was funny. And I don't say anything. And I was just like, oh.
Did she retell you the story today?
Yes.
It was like you're drugged.
And I hang up the phone. And then, so she goes, her and her boyfriend were hysterical.
That's
laughing.
Funny.
So, but even I remember I got up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom and I was like, man, I can't wait to go back to sleep. And I went back to sleep and I slept till my alarm.
What did your Whoop say?
I had 87% sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the recovery?
Oh, I have to look.
Okay.
It was still pretty good.
It was still good. Okay.
Yeah. And then but when I got to the gym, it was funny. It was Coach Sean today and he's like, how you feeling? I'm like, I did this crazy sleep spray and it was like awesome. I'm like, I slept all night. So I don't know if it's a fluke. I will report back because I will do it again tonight.
He's going to be like, can I have that for the baby?
Yeah, I will be.
Or for Tori. Yeah.
And it was like this guy, he invented it for his mom because he basically said she had all the same things that I had. Like, was up in the middle of the night, didn't matter what she took. And so, yeah.
I was a great sleeper for a while, but I have been waking up lately. For the past couple weeks, like 4 something, or I'll wake up just a tiny bit every couple hours. But I wasn't. I was sleeping through the night, no problem. And then I'm like, I need more progesterone. Yeah. I'm like, I'm already think I'm on a pretty high dose.
No, they upped my progesterone thinking that would help for my sleep. I take magnesium. I've tried things.
Yeah.
I mean, and I've gone to like when I really need to sleep, I've taken Tylenol PM. I've
Right.
taken the Advil PM. I have like I always get a prescription once a year for 30 Ambien because there's times when I
Right.
go weeks without like getting a good night's sleep and then I need to sleep. But sometimes even that, it doesn't keep me asleep.
Well,
So,
I haven't tried all those good things.
yeah. Oh yeah, trust me. I've done the whole like thing. Like it has to be dark, it has to be cold. I don't have TV in my room. Like I've set for the full sleep,
Yes.
the sleeps,
Well, you do the
I'm
whole
focused on sleep.
and no sleep tape though.
Oh
Remember
no,
we tried
I've tried
that?
that once.
Yeah. That was another episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
All
will
right.
not do that. But so I will report back. But so far, first night of Rejuvia, whether it's placebo effect or not, I don't know, but it worked.
So REJUVIA.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Anybody else out there having problems
And
sleeping?
I will definitely bring it or we can post
Oh
it to
yeah.
show you what it
Yeah.
looks like.
Send me a picture of it and I'll put it up.
Yeah.
So my 50 Shades is I'm going with mobility again, guys.
Okay.
I see too many people after a workout just leave. You've got to, especially if your heart rate is elevated, it is not great for your cardiovascular system for you to finish a hard workout and jump right in your car. You really should just lower your heart rate, at least stay for the cool down. Even, I know when I was younger, I definitely didn't. I'm like, I'm young. I don't need to do that. But it's better for your body. You're right. You might not need it if you're in your 20s or 30s. But if you do it in your 20s or 30s, you might be better off than what we are in our 50s. So you got to do the stretching, whether you do it before. You should do it before as a group. We stretch before the stretch. I always do the cool down. And then I also stretch at night. So
good.
it just, your body appreciates it. It's not even just about your bones, ligaments, and muscles like you and tendons. You just really, it helps your all over well-being. It helps you with recovery. That is my thing. I don't want you to see stretching as extra. It needs to be included. It is part of the workout.
Yes.
It is not a separate piece that you have a choice whether to do or not to. I want you to see stretching as part of the workout.
Yeah. So as you know, I mean, we both do it. We warm up before the warm up.
Yep.
Like I have to incorporate, especially different things from like my lower back, like my quads, and it really does help. Especially in the nice weather, but I really try and walk the dog post-workout as my cool down.
Yeah, and you
Like,
always
to
do
try
that,
you know
yep.
what I mean? To
Yep.
just try and, like
Well, and that's good because
yeah,
then
it's like a nice,
it is.
easy, like, recovery
Yep.
and try and get that done. But I know, I used to be better, especially at night, even to do, like, legs up the wall to
Okay.
help, like, they're supposed they said that's really
Yes.
good to just kind of, like, settle you down before you go to sleep and kinda
Probably did it to help you sleep.
probably help me sleep, but yeah, and the same thing, but take all that stress off, like, your back and
Yeah.
your legs, but yeah. No, that's great.
Yep.
That's a good 50 Shades.
Next week, I'll report on the Manta brush.
Ooh.
Or not next week.
No, because next week
we're in wedding mode.
Wedding.
We pre-recorded with Stacey Price. She is a mental health practitioner who helps people connect mind and body. We talked a little about her in the beginning. So for this week's episode, which airs April 1st, that will be this episode. But on April 8th, it will be the Stacey episode.
Yes.
Yep.
I
So
think you're really going to enjoy it.
yeah, I think you'll really like her.
She's a rock star.
Because we will be at my daughter's wedding.
Yes.
Yep. So full swing there.
The wedding festivities will begin.
Yeah, can't wait. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
But before we head out, is there any expert you want us to have on?
Yes.
Rex mentioned to me about if we'd have someone on about red light therapy.
I would
I'm
like
like,
to
that
learn
would
about
be
that.
good
Yes.
information.
I really would like a makeup person.
I really want a makeup person too.
Yeah.
I have to work
I
with
could
that.
benefit from that
Yeah.
one.
I want to just help us look better.
The easy tips. And there's
Yes.
so much stuff out there like, don't use this foundation, but
Right.
use this. You don't use this. Like you said about the eyeliner. I'm like, tell us.
Tell us what to
yeah.
do.
Mhm.
Yes. And I keep seeing things
yeah.
for Zerf, by the way.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. I keep seeing it because I follow them on Instagram now. So I get to
Oh.
see all the results from Zerf, the
Wow.
company. We got to save our pennies.
Yeah. Well, remember, you have to please share, please like, please download, and please tell your friends.
Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, where you can watch the video version of this episode. And thank you to our affiliates, the Pelvic Floor Store and underoutfit.com.
Nice. Yes. So let our community grow. Yep. And let the wedding festivities begin.
Yep. Cheers to Riley and Christian.
Yeah, congratulations.
See you guys in a couple weeks. Bye.
Take care. Bye.